we got Dax. It's been a minute since we did a Dax. So we're going to do Dax, Dear God. It's a subscriber request. Never heard this song. So this will be a first time listen for both of us. See what he got. Funny how it said directed by Moses.
Where?
Directed by Moses Israel.
Clear. I am a believer. But sometimes it gets hard. My name's Dax. Dear God, there's a lot of questions that I have about the past, and I don't want to hear it from a human. You made it, so you're the last person that I'm ever gonna ask. Tell me what's real, tell me what's fake. Why is everything about you a debate? What's the point of love? Every time I showed it I was broken, and it's forced me just to only want to hate. Why is it only one you but multiple religions? Why does every conversation end in a division? Why does everybody want to tell us how to live, but they won't listen to the same damn message that they give it?
Yo, I like this song. This shit is deep. Talking about like the division in religion and why is like everything about God so like debatable.
And in the division, why does everybody want to tell us how to live, but they won't listen to the same damn message that they give it? Tell me how to feel, tell me what's wrong. I tried to call, pick up the phone, I'm on my own. Everybody says you coming back to man, why the hell's it taking so long? Why do I hurt? Why is there pain? Why does everything good always have to change? Why does everybody try to profit off another man's work then destroy it just for monetary gain? Tell me, are you black or are you white? I don't even really care, I just really want to know what's right. They've been saying one thing, but I've been looking in the book, and it seems like they've been lying for my whole damn life. Tell me where I'm going. Is it heaven or hell? I just hope this message greets you well. Had a dream that I was walking with the devil. Don't remember how it feels, but I swear that I remember the smell. Looked me right into my eye and told me everything I wanted could be mine if I gave up and decided to sell. But I said I'd rather die than get mine. Now I'm here. No fear, one man with a story to tell.
Yo, I think it relates to like the music industry also with what he just said. So like he spoke about the devil came to me and said you can have everything you want, all you have to do is sell. And he's like, nah. So I like that double meaning there.
Feels, but I swear that I remember the smell. Looked me right into my eye and told me everything I wanted could be mine if I gave up and decided to sell. But I said I'd rather die than get mine. Now I'm here, no fear, one man with a story to tell. Dear God, where were you when I needed it? When I fucked up and repeated it? When they set the bar and I exceeded it? My life is like a book that they've been judging by a cover, but have never took the time to fucking read the shit. I remember telling you my goals and my dreams, but you didn't even answer, so I guess you didn't believe in it. I remember sitting with a gun to my head trying to ask you for some help, but I guess you didn't believe it. I don't want religion, I need that spirituality.
Yo, so dope, because like you can also like you can interpret it from like the Jesus perspective as well. It's why he's doing the whole perspective of Jesus in the music video, but it can also be his perspective, but it can also be just anyone's perspective where it's like, oh, why aren't you, I called you, didn't pick up the phone, right? Yeah. So obviously anyone that can relate to that, and if you've seen like anyone who knows the fucking Jesus story, which everyone for the most part does, like when he was getting crucified, like he was yelling, like almost asking for like help and shit, like when he was on the cross, and there was no answer for a while. So I think that relates to like everyone like asking for help, like where the fuck are you, like why does this have to happen? So it's very well thought out on Dax's part. I like it.
Gun to my head trying to ask you for some help, but I guess you didn't believe it. I don't want religion, I need that spirituality. I don't want a church, I need people to call a family. I don't want to tell my sins to another sinner just because he's got a robe and he went to some academy.
Yo, I don't want to tell my sins to another sinner, yo. He's referring to like the pee-pee touchers.
No, he really is.
Deadass, the fucking child molesting priest.
to call a family. I don't want to tell my sins to another sinner just because he's got a robe and he went to some academy. I don't want to read it in the book, I want to hear it from you. Don't want to learn it in my school because they hiding the truth. Don't want to talk about it to another fucking human being, and that's the only reason that I even step in this booth. Dear God, how do I take this darkness and turn it into light? How do I believe in a concept where I speak to a man I've never seen with my own two eyes?
I like that a lot. How do I turn my darkness into light? Like turning that negative into a positive. Yeah, I like his topics a lot.
And turn it into light. How do I believe in a concept where I speak to a man I've never seen with my own two eyes? How do I know that religion wasn't made just to separate the world and create a whole disguise just to keep us in these chains while the rich get richer and the poor pray to you and perpetuate a lie? How do I know this ain't some big joke? How can I have faith when there is no hope? How the hell does one man have $100 billion and we still have people on the street that are broke? There's a lot of things I want to talk about and get off my chest. I can't sleep because the devil won't let me rest. I used to know a fucking pastor in a church and I can still hear the screams of the kids he will fucking molest. Dear God, do you hear me? Do you hear me? I'm supposed to fear you, but you ain't said shit. So maybe it's you who actually fears me. I don't know the answer, I just want to see it clearly. So many lies, 1,000 different theories. All I want to know is who really made religion, cause I know it wasn't you, but don't nobody believe me. No more lies, no more death. Bring back King, bring back X. Please, dear God, let their souls rest. Protect who's left and watch their steps. Dear God, dear God, dear God. I don't want to have to ask you again. I just hope that you know that I'm still a believer. So I'll end this all by saying amen. Stacks.
Yeah, that song caught me off guard. Like, is very real. Like, the whole topic about, not needing religion, just needing, like, spirituality. Like, the idea of just having a place and having a family to call on.
Like not wanting a church, just wanting like people around him.
Yeah. And also just that whole line about division and what religion causes, which is division. Like, there's no way of denying that.
Yeah, no, it makes you think. I like it a lot where even like shit he says like why isn't like certain things taught in school? Or like shit that like he couldn't learn in school. Like certain topics, like I love topics like this because it's topics that aren't discussed in school. They're topics that aren't discussed at work because they can obviously cause like heated arguments. Because like people that are typically like, at least people I've met, the ones that are like super religious, they're not very open to having a discussion that doesn't align with their beliefs. So it's not a conversation that you can just have with anybody.
Yeah.
So to put it in a song where people can like listen to his perspective, it's good.
Yeah, it's definitely relatable because he touches on like the idea of what religion is, right? I think the idea of religion is good. But I think what happens is when people see religion as something where like you're not, I think he touches on this too. He talks about the focus being on the religion versus like the message or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely pros and cons, because you have certain pros of religions. Like I think the pros of religion is it gives you like a moral compass, right? Like you have the 10 Commandments, which is like a moral compass, basically. It's to guide you. But at the same time, what I don't like about it is that I think it makes you closed off to other beliefs. Like for instance, like if you're Catholic, you're going to be closed off to people that are Jewish and Muslim and not be as open-minded to what their beliefs are because you're so sucked into your beliefs. Like it's almost like that confirmation bias. Like the only thing that you believe to be true is what aligns with
Your truth.
Right, with your truth. And I
Yeah.
think that's a very limited perspective where if you're just open to everything, you can kind of like learn a little bit from everything, I think. Spiritual religion, different religions, and you kind of take bits and pieces because I don't think there's a true religion. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about beliefs, like I would label myself as agnostic. Like I believe that there's higher being. I just don't label it as a type of religion, or like I don't close it off as a religion or like a very like a label.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's just best overall to just be open-minded and have a broad perspective. So that way everyone can be understood. Like you can understand someone that's Muslim, understand someone that's Jewish, someone that's Catholic, someone that's spiritual, someone that's an atheist. And when you have when you can kind of take the time to understand a little bit of all these cultures, it makes your perspective more broad and you can at least like um obviously decide your own truth from that, but to be open to everything.
Yeah, because I think about animals. Animals don't have religion. They have instincts. They have like, I don't know.
That's true. I think the problem is with people though, it's because like we like
We're so self-aware. Like we're
yeah, that and then we have a tendency to like to mimic, right? So it's like animals, I think they have natural instincts that they don't need to mimic other animals. They kind of know what they have to do already. Like you think about a horse, like these horses like a horse, no matter what environment you put a horse, that horse is always going to be a horse. No matter where in the world you put that horse. You take a person, depending on where you put them, they adapt differently. If you put them in the Middle East somewhere, they're going to adapt to whatever they're around. If you throw them in a jail cell, they'll adapt to the prison system. They're very, like, humans are very adaptable. So, like, we actually need something to go by. We need, like, a rule book or a guideline. Otherwise, we're going to mimic whatever's in our surrounding, or we're going to, like, select our own. We almost, like, I feel like we need it. It's not like other animals. They don't need that shit. They already have this built-in compass.